Just one second. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I'd like to invite the speaker, Dr. Divya Mallikarjunappa, who will talk about biofertilizers and biocontrol agents, sustainable solutions for modern agriculture. I now request the speaker to begin. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome you for my presentation on biofertilizers and biocontrol agents for sustainable solution for modern agriculture. Myself, Divya, I am assistant professor working at Organic Farming Research Center, Keladi, Shivappa, Nayaka, University of Agriculture and Horticulture Sciences, Shivamogga. We are all know that nowadays we are using excessive chemicals, pesticides, fertilizers for growing the crops and for getting the higher yields. But due to excessive use of these pesticides and fertilizers, the soil is the soil loss its capacity to give higher yields, and also we are spoiling our environment, and also pests are getting resistant to these chemicals, and pathogens is also getting resistant to these chemicals. So peoples are moving towards the eco-friendly alternatives to these chemical pesticides and chemical fungicides, etc. So these biofertilizers and biocontrol agents are the alternatives for these chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Peoples are using these biofertilizers and biocontrol agents to control the different diseases and pests. What are biofertilizers and biocontrol agents? Biofertilizers and biocontrol agents refer to the formulation composed of live microorganisms that play an important role in converting the unavailable form of nutrients such as phosphorus, nitrogen, and potash, and other micronutrients from unavailable form to the available form, and also it controls the several pests and diseases. These biofertilizers and biocontrol agents composed of active strains of microorganisms present in the carrier material or in the liquid formulations. They directly or indirectly stimulate the plant growth and helps in getting the higher yields. We don't know this. A teaspoon of productive soil contain 100 million to 1 billion of bacteria. In an acre of land, we can found a tons of bacteria. So these microorganisms helps in converting the unavailable form of nutrients to the available form. They helps in production of plant growth promoting substances, and also helps in control of pests and diseases. But by the application of several pesticides and insecticides, we are killing these microorganisms. So the population is not up to the mark to carry out the assigned work in the soil. So we have to add these biofertilizers and biocontrol agents externally to the soil to achieve our goal and to get the increased yield, and also to maintain the soil fertility and soil productivity. For this, we have to use biofertilizers and biocontrol agents externally. The current status of biofertilizer market in the world is in 2025 it is 152.5 million US dollars. By 2030 it is expected that 233.5 million dollars. So the every year the demand for biofertilizer is increasing. So important biofertilizer producing states in India are Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Gujarat. Tamil Nadu stands first, followed by the Karnataka and Gujarat. So in case of biocontrol agents, we have pests and disease controlling microorganisms. Okay. Coming to the organic matter decomposition, we know that every day we are producing more amount of waste, household waste, and also industrial waste, and also farm waste. So many waste is generating in the around us. So imagine if even if the waste does not undergo decomposition, what will happen? Mount the waste will using these compost we can grow the crops. Okay, so imagine how important these microorganisms are. These Without these microorganisms, even a small leaf cannot undergo decomposition. So these microorganisms such as fenrochete, cellulomonas, trichoderma, nocardia, so many other microorganisms are there. They are involved in decomposition of these organic matter. They use these organic matter as their food source, and they decompose these organic waste and produces the nutrient rich compost. This compost we can use for growing the crops.
Hello?
And free living nitrogen fixers are there. Associative nitrogen fixers are there. Symbiotic nitrogen fixers example is rhizobium. Why it is called as symbiotic nitrogen fixer means these rhizobium will reside forms a nodules in the leguminous crops, and it resides inside that nodule and fixes the atmospheric nitrogen and gives to the plants. In addition to that, it gets nutrients and space from the leguminous plants. Hence it is called symbiotic association between the legume and rhizobium. In legume crops gets nitrogen from the rhizobium, and rhizobium got nutrients and space from the leguminous plants. Atmospheric nitrogen, we have 78% of nitrogen in the atmosphere, but it is not in the available form, it is in the nitrate form. The microorganism, this rhizobium converts these nitrogen into the ammonia and then nitrite and then nitrate. This nitrite and nitrate is utilized by the crops for their nitrogen requirement, and it produces the some growth promoting substances in addition to the nitrogen fixation, and helps in the growth, increasing the growth and yield of the leguminous crops. There are different cross inoculation groups in the rhizobium. So we cannot inoculate all the rhizobium to the all the leguminous crops. Only the specific species are inoculated to the specific crops, such as Rhizobium leguminosarum for peas, Rhizobium phaseoli for beans, and trifoli for clover, and lupini for lupini crop, milliloti for alfalfa, Bradyrhizobium japonicum for soybean, Bradyrhizobium species for cowpea. If we inoculate Bradyrhizobium for beans or peas, it won't form any nodulation and it won't fix the nitrogen. Hence, the rhizobium is a crop specific. We have to inoculate the specific species to the specific crops, then only it forms the nodules and fixes the atmospheric nitrogen. This is the important factor and also important lacuna in case of rhizobium. Next is Azolla anabina symbiosis. We know that Azolla is a water fern which are going to grow on the water bodies in the stagnant water, and in Azolla there is a anabina, like anabina nostoc will be there under side of the fern Azolla. It gets nutrients and space from the Azolla plant and fixes the atmospheric nitrogen. That we can see the azolla leaf and anabina in this picture. It is going to fix the atmospheric nitrogen. We can use this azolla in the paddy crop for atmospheric nitrogen fixation. So this can be, azolla can be grown naturally in the paddy fields, and also we can grow outside in a small tanks. This azolla can be grown in the farm and it can be added to the paddy fields while puddling. Then this azolla will spread in the paddy fields. It requires water for growth. It is a water fern. It requires water for growth, and after growing, it completely covers the land, and it does not allow sunlight to directly fall on the land. So it avoids the growth of the weeds in the paddy fields, and also it adds organic tons of organic matter to the soil when it dries. Okay, then this azolla is also used as a feed for the animals like cow, rabbits, and also for chickens, hen, etc. Poultry, it can be also used as a poultry feed. In case of cows, it increases the fat content in the milk and also increases the milk yield. Hence, it has several uses. It also edible. Some species of Azolla pinnata, Azolla azolla are there. They are used for making bhajis yeah, as a coriander leaf alternative to coriander leaf. We can use Azolla leaves for preparing bhajis, and it is edible also. Another one is asymbiotic nitrogen fixers. There are several species of asymbiotic nitrogen fixers are there. Azotobacter, Beringia, Trixia are there. For fruit crops, vegetable crops, and fixes the atmospheric nitrogen and gives to the plants. Okay, so it is in addition to atmospheric nitrogen fixation, it also produces several growth promoting substances like indolacetic acid, gibberellic acid, gibberellic acid, and helps in the growth and development of the crop and increasing yield, and also it helps in increasing the fruit quality in case of the several fruit crops such as papaya, pomegranate, banana, and also it helps in controlling of some soil-borne pathogens like sclerotium, rhizoctonia, etc. So it has several uses in the soil. So next one is associative symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria, that is azoospermum. It forms association with the loose association with the plants, and sometimes it grow inside the root and fixes the nitrogen. Sometimes it is present in the root zone as a free living nitrogen fixing bacteria and fixes the atmospheric nitrogen, hence it is called as associative symbiotic nitrogen fixing microorganism. It is very useful in case of vegetables and paddy and sugarcane. Next one is phosphorus solubilization. When we add phosphorus fertilizers to the soil, it combines with the aluminium, calcium, iron present in the soil and forms a complex phosphorus like aluminium phosphate, calcium phosphate, and it is insoluble in the water and it is not available to the plants. So, when we add phosphorus solubilizing microorganisms to the soil, such as Bacillus megatherium, Pseudomonas, Aspergillus, Penicillium, and Streptomycin to the soil, these microorganisms solubilizes the fixed phosphorus in the soil by producing some organic acids such as citric acid, fumaric acid, acetic acid, etc. These acids going to remove aluminium and calcium and iron from the fixed phosphorus and releases the phosphorus to the soil, and these phosphorus can be utilized by the microorganisms for their growth and development, and also it increases the yield. So phosphorus mobilization, these mycorrhiza is an organisms which fungi, it forms symbiotic association between the plant roots and forms the and develops the roots. It increases the root volume. It helps in development of secondary and tertiary roots in the soil and helps in the development of more roots. So the roots volume will be increases, root penetrate to the deeper layer.
Hello? Hello?
Helps in thicker coat around the roots and helps the roots to penetrate from the pathogens, and endomycorrhiza forms vesicles and arbuscules in the root and helps in the storage of excess nutrients, and whenever the plants require that nutrients, these mycorrhiza releases that nutrients to the plants. Next is potassium solubilization. Potassium also heavily, more amount of potassium is also present in the soil, but it is not available to the crops. These potash solubilizing microorganisms such as Bacillus mucilaginous, Fetchuria helps in
Hello?
the pests and diseases. So, what will happen when coming to the Bacillus thuringiensis? This produces two toxins like cytolytic and chrysalt. These salts, these are going to kill the lepidopteran insects. When these Bacillus thuringiensis is ingested to the insects, or it is sprayed to the insects, it produces the toxins and kills the insects. So next is uh, thrips, mites, and several for lepidopteran insects, and also for root crops. First, when we spray these biocontrol agents to the crops, they are going to adhere the insects, and it dissolves the cuticle, and the spores will germinate on the insects, and they penetrate to the cuticle, and they destroy the digestive system, and death of the animal insects takes place. They feed, these fungus saprophytically feed on that insects, and they multiply inside that insects. The infection will spread to the other insects also. This way these biocontrol agents will going to control the insects also. So these microorganisms can be used to control the chickweed, Fusarium for striga species, Pseudomonas for downy broom, etc. So several microorganisms are used to control the plant diseases. Also, in that trichoderma and Pseudomonas are the major microorganisms we are going to use for control of the diseases. Here, the microorganisms uses several mechanisms to control the plant diseases such as parasitism, antagonism, competition, predation, and by inducing the induced systemic resistance. So they will compete for food and space, they will predate on the pathogen, they will compete for the food and nutrition and controls the kills the pathogen and controls the diseases.
Hello.
These are the protocols. And this is the protocol for development of the microbial inoculants. When these earlier I have told that the all the microbes are present in the soil only. These we are going to isolate these microorganisms in the from the soil by using the biochemical test, and from in vitro screening we are going to select the prominent microorganisms. Then the greenhouse experiment will be conducted to evaluate these microorganisms performance. Then it is subjected to the molecular identification. After that the carrier or liquid different crops, and it is inexpensive. It control insects, pests, and diseases. Coming to the different formulations of microbial inoculants, we have solid based formulation such as powder formulation, peat based formulation, liquid formulations, and pellet based formulations, gel based formulations, tablets, and also granular based formulations. Okay, these are applied in the form of applied to the crops through soil application. 5 kg of biofertilizer is mixed with the 100 kgs of FOM and gray solution. Seedling dipping method. In this, 1 kg of biofertilizer is mixed with the 5 liters of water, and uprooted seedlings were dipped in this solution for about 30 minutes, and it can be used. And 5 ml per liter of water it can be mixed and used for spraying. These are some of the major biofertilizer producing companies, and in agriculture universities also they are putting more effort to produce and supply these biofertilizers to the farmers. These are the different biofertilizer produced in our organic farming research center: trichoderma, pseudomonas, astrobacter, vam, pecilomyces, and compost culture. These are the different biofertilizers used for different crops of the. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Ma'am, from my side it's completed, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Divya, for the detailed presentation. Now we will take some questions. So the first question is, which bio inputs are most important for farmers shifting from chemical farming to organic
Ma'am, I
farming?
can't hear.
Hello? Dr. Divya, can you hear
Ah,
me?
yes, ma'am. I am hearing now.
Yeah. Now, how do biofertilizers improve nutrient availability compared to chemical fertilizers?
Ma'am, we can't compare biofertilizers with the chemical fertilizers. We can partially replace the chemical fertilizers with the biofertilizers. Gradually, we can completely replace the biofertilizer with the chemical fertilizers. In organic farming conditions, for initial stages, we can replace around 30% of the chemical fertilizers with the biofertilizers. Okay. Yeah, after that, gradually we can, if we improve the soil conditions by adding the different organic manures, liquid organic manures, green manures, we can completely replace the chemical fertilizers with the biofertilizers.
Okay. Second question.
Okay.
What is the role of biocontrol agents in managing pests and disease effectively?
Okay, so today, by using excessive chemicals, fungicides or bactericides or insecticides, the pests and disease-causing microorganisms developing resistance to those chemicals, so that farmers are using more and more doses of pesticides. It is very difficult to manage the pests and diseases uh, with the normal dosages. So the farmers are using higher dosages to control the normal pests and normal diseases. Or we have to introduce a new molecules other than the older molecules to control the pest and diseases. So by using biocontrol agents, we can effectively control the microorganisms. They won't develop any resistance to these biocontrol agents. By alternately along with the chemical fertilizers, alternate sprays, we can use the biocontrol agents for controlling the pest and diseases.
Okay. How do these inputs interact with soil microbial diversity and ecosystem health?
Okay, these microorganisms symbiotically interact with the soil microorganisms. They have mutual association with the soil microorganisms by by production of some growth promoting substance, some chemicals. They also promote the soil biota which is present in the already which is present in the soil. They definitely helps the microorganisms already present in the soil for their growth and multiplication.
Okay. And next question is, what are the best application methods and timing for maximum effectiveness?
Mm. Best application methods are soil application for biofertilizer. Soil application method is the best method. We can apply along with the FIM or any compost. We can apply along with the organic matter. It performs well in the soil. For biocontrol agents, we have to spray these microorganisms to the crops. Uh,
Hello.
to multiply
Hello.
in the soil, and also there will be some moisture should be there in the soil during the application.
Okay. And can biofertilizers and biocontrol agents be used along with the chemical inputs or in integrated farming systems?
In integrated farming system, we can use biofertilizers and biocontrol agents along with the chemical fertilizers and chemical fungicides, but we have to give minimum 7 to 10 days of gap before using the biofertilizers. If we use chemical fertilizers or chemical pesticides, we have to give
No.
next, ma'am.
Yeah, there was some issue with your voice.
Okay, I
Okay.
don't know what happened.
What are the limitations or challenges farmers may face while using these inputs?
Ah, okay. These biofertilizers not available for everywhere. So they have some farmers they don't know about the advantages of these biofertilizers. The knowledge of these biofertilizer is very limited. Only few farmers they know they are using these biofertilizers, and other problems are the survivability of these biofertilizers. So they have shorter shelf life. So the product we cannot keep for more days after. On the application, so we have to apply these biofertilizers along with the organic matter. Without organic matter, these biofertilizer cannot establish well in the soil. So these are the some of the limitations the farmers are facing.
Okay. And how can farmers ensure quality and viability of bio inputs before application?
Before application, they have to see the cell count on the package. The whatever the producer has to mention the cell count for powder formulations, liquid formulation on their packet, and the expiry for powder formulation, the validity is 6 months. For liquid formulation, it is up to 1 year. They have to check all these band-aid all.
Hello. Hello.
Tell me, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I can't hear. I could not hear you again.
Okay.
Okay. So, what are the long-term benefits using these inputs on soil health and crop productivity?
For long term use, definitely the soil health will be increased soil productivity and soil fertility will be increased. There will be increased in water holding capacity. The soil porosity is also increased. Soil infiltration is also increased. The enzyme activity in the soil is also increased.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, ma'am. You
Yeah.
can't. There will be residual effect is also there in the soil. The nutrients, whatever the excess nutrients present in the soil, that will be available to the next crop.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And one last question. What are the key field level factors, that is the soil conditions, moisture, timing, that influence the effectiveness of biofertilizers and biocontrol agents?
Definitely, the temperature and moisture will affect the microorganisms' survivability in the soil. We have to provide adequate moisture to the soil while applying the biofertilizer. Organisms growth in the soil.
Okay. One last question.
Ma'am.
Please let us know a little about your career background.
Career background.
Yeah.
Mine. Okay, ma'am. I have completed my BSc Agriculture and MSc Agriculture in Agriculture Microbiology, PhD Agriculture in the Agriculture Microbiology from University of Agriculture Sciences, Bangalore. After that, I have joined to the University of Agriculture and Horticulture Sciences Organic Farming Research Center as a research associate. I am looking after the biofertilizer production lab in the Organic Farming Research Center. After that, I have appointed as a assistant professor of agriculture microbiology.
Hello. Hello. Dr. Divya, can you hear me?
etc.
Okay. Okay, Dr. Divya. So now we have come to end of question round. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I'd like to thank you for the detailed presentation, answering all the questions in depth. So we'll be ending this meeting now. Have a good evening.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving an opportunity. Thank you, ma'am.
You're most welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.